Hello, everyone, and just breathe. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your host, Saucy McFoodlefist, and in the nature of being saucy, we're doing Have a Drink with Me, episode 4, but we're not drinking alcohol today. We're drinking Monster Energy drinks like we've done a couple of times. Actually, this might be episode 5. I don't know. Anyway, let's take a drink. Um, I'm currently drinking. I'm trying to see what flavor. It doesn't say what flavor this is. Let's uh, let's read the back of the bottle, shall we? It says it's a little dark in here, so sorry if I can't read this very well. But it says some people are impossible to please. As soon as they get what they thought they wanted, they always want more. Our team, our team writers Our team riders and monster girls are no different. They've been dropping some hints lately. They've been asking us for a new monster drink. A little less sweet, lighter tasting, zero sugar, but with a full load of our Monster Energy blend. Sure, white is the new black. We want all our monster. We want all out? What? We want all out. Monster Zero Ultra. So I guess that's what this is called, Zero Ultra. And it says unleash the Ultra Beast. Anyway, excuse me. So yeah, that was a little bit of a crossover between Have a Read with Me and Have a Drink with Me. I'm not going to label it as such. But yeah, it's actually pretty weird because I've been doing a lot of ASMR on my channel, so I haven't been talking like in my normal tone of voice. Not that I have anybody to talk to in my daily life, but well, actually I do. That's a lie. See, there we go, Nick. Once again, we're 2 minutes into this video and I'm already not telling the truth. There is someone in my life that I do talk to, and I talk to on the phone. That doesn't even include my mother, who I talk to on a regular basis, but there's someone else in my life who I talk to on a regular basis. And so I was just about to say that there's nobody in my life that I talk to, but that's a lie. So anyway, let's take another drink. I just thought of a great drinking game. Every time that I lie, I have to take a drink, and like I would be so monstered out by the end of this, like it's not even funny. Oh, and by the way, we're drinking two different monsters. We're drinking the white Monster Energy Zero Sugar, and we're drinking the blue Monster Energy Zero Sugar. And I forgot to mention that this was already open before I started recording the video, but I'm gonna get the sound of opening the blue one after I'm done. And I'm in the middle of uploading another video, so this is kind of like a double feature. So like you can tell, you can tell in my voice that I'm nervous because like I don't really have anything to talk about. Maybe I'll talk about the story of the time that I didn't. Okay, I'll just talk about it right now. Hold on, I have to burp. I'm gonna tell the story of the time that I didn't brush my teeth for a month. But first, we're going to take a drink. So, as some of you may or may not know, I grew up in a fairly strict household as a child, and part of that strict household training was brushing my teeth twice a day, once when I woke up and once before I went to bed. And I always thought that was hypocritical of my parents because they only brush their teeth at night. So I was like, why do I have to brush my teeth twice a day and they only have to brush their teeth once a day? But anyway, that's not the point of the story. And so basically, for like the majority of my life, I've been brushing my teeth pretty much once a day, every single day, for my entire life, for the last 30 years. I'm 30 years old, almost 31 in case you're counting. Anyway, recently I've moved to the state of Washington, and when I first moved here, I was severely depressed. I mean, like I wouldn't get out of bed. That's how depressed I was. And there was a period of time where I stopped brushing my teeth, and my teeth got like so grimy and nasty, but like I just didn't care. So anyway, I was looking for jobs, and I went, and there was this weed store that was opening up, and then I applied to go work at this weed store, and long story short, I have a long history. Okay, so I have a long history of lying on my resume to like get the jobs that I want, and so what I did was I just pretended that I had worked at a weed store before, and that's what I put on my resume, and I sent it to this lady, and she called me back, and she was like, "Oh, well, we want to have an interview." So, and this is when again I hadn't brushed my teeth for a month, and so I went, and so the day of the interview comes, and I went to go. Hold on, let's take a drink. I went to go brush my teeth before this interview, and my gums just like started bleeding like a mother, and like you wouldn't believe like how bad my gums were bleeding, because like I guess they hadn't been touched in a really long time, like a woman. Anyway, so I mean, and there was nothing that I can do about it too. Like, it was bleeding so much, and so like my teeth were like all bloody, but like I had to go to this interview, and so I went to this interview with like bloody ass teeth, and then like I just pretended like it was normal, and the lady pretended like it was normal, like she didn't say anything, and I'm sure that she saw my bloody teeth, and it was like super embarrassing. And needless to say, I didn't get the job, and I feel super embarrassed about it now, and I'm just going to see if I can finish this white Monster Energy in one gulp. Ready, go. All right, I finished it. It took 3 gulps, not 1. But luckily for me, it's not alcohol, so it's fairly easy to go down. And now I'm going to throw this can against the wall. Anyway, as I threw the can against the wall, hold on, let's open up the blue Monster Energy. So far, this is the 4th energy drink that I've drank today. I drank this stuff called like Boost or like Bubble or something. It was something with a B, and it was like a cotton candy flavored energy drink that wasn't a Monster, because I'm a Monster man. Cutesy Monster Man by Iron Chic is a great song. Go check it out. Cutesy Monster Man by Iron Chic. Anyway, so I've drinking the red Monster Energy drink, the white Monster Energy drink, and now I'm drinking the blue. And so far, I have to say the white was better than the red, but we'll see if I like the blue better than the white or the red. Well, the blue definitely has a different flavor to it, but I don't know if it's necessarily better. And I would read what it says on the back of this. You know what, screw it. I'll turn the light on so I can read it, because I read the other one, so might as well read this one. It says Aspen Chamonix. Hold on. The can is like fucking cold. Aspen. I can't. Okay, we'll go back and we'll read it after I drink some of this, because I can't hold this can because it's fucking cold as balls. Sorry for the cusses and the references to private parts. But that's just what I'm doing right now. Let's take another drink. As per usual, we're going to try to keep this video at about 15 minutes long, because, like, honestly, who in their right mind wants to watch a video that's longer than 15 minutes anyway. All the great and good YouTubers don't make videos longer than 15 minutes unless you're like one of those lo-fi hip-hop channels. There's this really, okay, there's a video recommendation time, video recommendation time, video recommendation time. Hey, hey, hey. There is this one channel. It's called Homework Radio, and they do like lo-fi, like hip hop beats or whatever. And there's two videos that they do, and it's called Lo-Fi for Ghosts Only, like only in parentheses, so Lo-Fi for Ghosts. And like those two videos are the shit. And I should really talk about, okay, so in my last video, the last video that I uploaded, not the one that I'm uploading now, but in the last video that I uploaded, I talked a little bit about my spirituality and the afterlife. Hold on, let's take a drink. That was a four gulp drink. Anyway, so I talked about my spirituality and the afterlife, and basically, I was doing some research into the afterlife, some research by this guy named Wes Penry, and if you don't know who he is, I'm not surprised because I just found out who he is a couple months ago from Reddit. But anyway, so this guy Wes Penry did a bunch of like research into the afterlife. Like he talked to this doctor who had done like some hypnotherapy on like 7,000 different people. It's called regressive therapy. And they all said the same thing about the afterlife. And there's a good side to it, and there's a bad side to it. But basically, on the good side of the afterlife, what happens after you die, you're still on Earth after you die. But usually people who die don't really stay on Earth for very long unless they're a young soul. And then in which case, young souls can stay on Earth and become ghosts. And I don't know about you, but the idea sometimes of becoming a ghost really appeals to me. And I just sniffed, so you know I really mean it. But, and speaking of, before we take the next drink, or no, after we take the next drink, sorry, that's me lying again. I'll take a drink, hold on. Okay, I'm going to tell the story about the time I saw a ghost. It was about a couple months back now, that I was in the hospital because I've been hospitalized many times recently for mental issues. And long story short, I was sitting on the room of the hospital floor, and I saw a ghost. And this ghost, like, he sat on my bed. It was a ghost of a little boy. Kind of looked Asian, kind of looked like me because I kind of look Asian. And this little boy just laid on the bed that I was sitting at. Like, he looked dead at me. Like, no pun intended. He, maybe pun intended, but he looked dead at me, and then he disappeared. And then in the corner of the room, I saw three what looked like aliens to me. They were these brown, circular figures, and they had giant mouths, and I couldn't see their eyes. But basically, they were, like, moving around in the corner of the room, and then they disappeared also. And that's also, by the way, that's not the first time that I've seen that little Asian ghost boy. So I saw him in my bathroom when I very first moved into the apartment. I saw the little boy. Like, I went, and I don't know if I was having a dream at that time or like, I think I had just woken up actually. So I just lied again. I did know that I wasn't having a dream. Hold on. That was a 4-gulp drink. So anyway, the first time that I saw that little boy, I walked into my bathroom and I saw him crying in the corner of my room. So whoever that little ghost boy is, and I have a sneaking suspicion that I know who that ghost boy is, but I'm not going to get into that in this video. Anyway, let's read the back of this monster. It says, Aspen, Chamonix, Park City, Whistler, Mammoth. The list goes on. The competition and training circuit has taken the team on some epic snow trips. In honor of these mountain towns comes Ultra Blue, best served ice cold from the frosty can. Ultra Blue is a little less sweet and lighter tasting with zero sugar and a full load of our Monster Energy blend. From first chair to last call, unleash the Ultra Beast. So, like, okay, so Monster with these zero sugar monsters, they're really pushing this, that they're not as sweet as the regular sugar monsters, which makes sense. Oh, I have to sneeze. Hold on, I'm looking at the light. Okay. If you ever have to sneeze and you don't want to, just look at the brightest light in the room, and then you won't have to sneeze anymore. And this is officially the first video that I've had that's gone longer than 15 minutes. So congratulations. If you stayed this long in the video, comment down below, I'm a monster, and I'll know that you're a true gangster like me. This girl that I'm not going to talk about her. I always do that. I always want to talk about this certain girl in my videos, but I think it's rather embarrassing. Like, if this girl that I liked was making her own YouTube videos and all she did was talk about me in her videos, I mean, I would be okay with it, but I could see how it could make someone uncomfortable if you're just constantly, like, talking about them in your videos. Anyway, let's take another drink. Let's see if we can finish this monster and wrap this video up, shall we? That was a 5 gulp monster shot. We have a little tiny bit left. Let me see if I can find something that I want to talk about. I don't think so. I don't have any YouTube recommendations. I watched a press conference today for a football team that I like, and I've been watching Walls commentary. I've already mentioned Walls in my previous videos. If you like, or if you don't like, or if you ever want to see the TV show To Catch a Predator, it's a really great channel. It's probably my favorite, one of my favorite channels on YouTube, and I just love that show. I think it's great. I love watching pedophiles get humiliated and embarrassed on TV, and like I've said before, it never gets old. It's one of my favorite pastimes, and yada yada yada. Let's finish this monster, shall we? And we'll throw the can against the wall. And that's gonna wrap this video up. Thank you all so much for listening, not watching, but listening. Thank you so much for listening. And we're gonna watch our last, we're gonna take our last gulp. And goodbye, everyone.